Hey everybody, this is Chad Agrawal. I'm the owner of Perfect Clicks LLC. Today we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic, something new that I'm proposing. I'm talking about using SEO content as a strategy to create brand identity. And so if you might have heard a lot of branding agencies out there or marketing agencies out there that will create a brand identity for you. But having done SEO for the last 12 years with over 165 clients in over 25 different industries, I can tell you confidently that branding evolves over time. Brand has certain things that will never change, but there's certain things that needs to be way more data driven. And so we're seeing this shift from companies going from really kind of putting stuff out there and seeing what the response is to really being able to make data-driven decisions, and the same should go for branding. So today I'm going to show you a foundation that we created over many years at Perfect Clicks, and this is something that we do with many of our clients, and it's how we build brands using content, a very content-first approach. So it's branding through SEO and content. So let's get right into it. If you're interested, please let me know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And let's jump right in. So previously you would have a, branding agency or somebody like that who would say, okay, we'll do research on your audience. We'll research your competitors. We'll figure out your position in the market. We'll understand your brand story, your backstory. What is your brand purpose, mission, vision, and values, and ultimately how your brand should communicate. And all of that was very much a top-down approach. However, when you create a top-down approach, you don't always hit the brand messaging 100% on the head, right? You don't get it right that first time all the time. And there's not always room to shift and change what that needs to be according to the market or as the business changes. So instead, being a content and SEO agency and marketing agency, we're very content first. So what if you flip the whole model on its head and said, all right, well, what we're going to do first is really understand the SEO keywords, content, and keyword research. Let's really make sure that we understand the industry right here, right? That's where we're going to start, and we'll call that level 0. So before you even, make any huge decisions about who you really are as a company and who you plan to be and everything like that, at least write some articles, right? Start out, write some blog posts. So instead of starting up here at your brand mission, purpose, vision, and values here, or your purpose, mission, vision, and values, so instead of starting up here and using like a top-down approach here, instead what you could do is start out with the SEO content and keyword research. And this could work whether you're a small company, a startup, or a really large company that has a brand established. But it's really hard to truly understand your purpose, mission, vision, and values if you don't understand how to write content or get the messaging right on a basic blog post, right? So if you can't write a blog post, it's highly unlikely that you're going to be able to write really good website copy or articulate what that message should be for your website copy, even if you're not writing it yourself. It's also going to be hard to create the right landing pages. So let's just call this level 1 of content. Right? If this is 0, just knowing what the keywords are, this is level 1. You need to be able to write blog posts, website copy, and landing pages that can handle traffic. A lot of times when you write really good content, you will actually learn a lot from the competition. You're going to learn about what kind of content is out there. What are people targeting? You're going to learn about the different audiences. You're going to see what you do as a company differently, and how do you want to approach your audience and what kind of persona you want to have. So I really think what we've learned is writing content, writing blog posts doesn't only just drive traffic, but it helps us understand the brand better than anybody else. And so that's how, as an agency, we're able to really get into almost any industry and turn this from a top-down approach into bottom-up approach. And so we have blog posts that we're writing, and we do website copy, and we do landing pages. But then we take that and what we're learning and what's working, and we're able to use that data to create really viral and effective social hooks, also social copy and social posts. So now you've got your organic blog and content and website generating traffic. You've got organic generating traffic. So once again, now you have a foundation that's being built that was built on SEO content and keyword research. So let's call that level 2, right? And so you now have a pretty decent amount of organic, right? Organic, there we go, of organic content coming in, which allows you to start to optimize and to get some traffic and to try to get some conversions, right? Learning from your marketplace, getting your offers right, really building up. And if you see that going well, it's probably a good idea to take that, what's working there, and turn it into video scripts, YouTube videos, or video reels that will further drive that organic traffic or set you up to also do some paid traffic. So as using your SEO content and blogs as a foundation, now let's say when you write a blog post on a certain topic, you're seeing that it did well in the search results. You see that there's demand there for the keywords. You see that it's doing well on social. You've created a video out of it. Well, now it's probably a really time to go from level 3 over here where you're doing video to level 4 as well. And maybe you want to run it on Google Ads, Meta Ads, X Ads, Reddit. There's a lot of different platforms that you want to promote your offers on that are converting. And so you've taken what you've done and you're able to test at a really great level with different messaging that's data-backed, data-driven, and you have evidence of the decisions you're making. So rather than kind of making these decisions of your brand identity, of purpose, mission, vision, and values in a vacuum, you can actually make these decisions based on real data in the marketplace and scale your business up. Now, and so then what you can also do is if you see that the ads are working, and you might do this in parallel if needed, is you start creating the white papers, the case studies, the brochures, the literature, the educational material that your customers need to go from, knowing about you, having some awareness, to actually converting and wanting to work with you. That's that what I would say is level 5. But that's where your brand really starts to take shape, because you're actively engaging customers and giving them the materials that they're essentially looking for or what they're missing. And that takes a lot of communication. And then of course, your content again gets repurposed. So the same topic that you cover in a blog post could eventually become a winning ad that gets, serviced by case studies and goes into your email blasts and becomes an example for some of your text message campaigns, or definitely when you're dripping to your entire CRM. And so, we'll call that level 6, right? And so all of this is all we've done right here from level 1 to 6 is just hone in on your brand content and messaging. That's it. But without your brand content and messaging, you could have your brand identity and your brand positioning. It exists in a vacuum. Once your brand starts communicating through content and messaging, through all of these platforms, well, now you know who your brand really is. And it also allows you to create a better purpose, a better mission, a better vision, and a better values for your company, because you know what's resonating with your audience. And also, on the flip side, for anybody who's an agency or a business owner, you want your team, you want your entire company to be creating content. And so you want your operations to align with content. And so if somebody, I don't care what position it is, can't create any content about your company, that means they don't understand the brand. So content creation should be looked at as a way to really get to know who you are, how your brand is uniquely positioned, get it closer to the audience, understanding the competition, differentiating your brand, and creating a persona. And ultimately, that will help you have a better why people should join your business as your purpose, and why your business really exists other than just to make money, but to actually have a purpose and what you deliver and your impact and your influence and your legacy. And ultimately then the mission of what you do, right? And you'll be able to communicate that so much better by having communicated on different channels, especially, and then communicating where you're going with a vision, which can change, and then your values of what you stand for and what you believe. So I really think if you're able to, so here's the best part. Instead of having your brand identity kind of just made from the top-down approach, now we've flipped the narrative and everything works as data-driven, right from content and keyword research and SEO all the way up to building really data-driven brands. Personally, I believe this is the future of how brands are going to be built, because brands are now being built on social media, on search, on ChatGPT, on all these different platforms. And branding can't just be a static process anymore. It's got to be evolving. And so it's going to be evolving in the conversation that's happening. So there's the brand that you put out there and the brand that's perceived in the customer's mind. And that's that constant dialogue or conversation is really what is the brand. It's that middle ground between what you want it to be and what the customer perceives you to be. And so what you could do is use content and SEO as a strategy, as a foundation for all of your marketing to build a better brand identity. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did like this video, please do like and subscribe. It does help me out. And if you do need us to help out with any of your branding or marketing, please do reach out to us. You can reach us at 8444clicks or send us an email directly at info@perfectclicks.com. We do work with everyone from startups and solopreneurs to Fortune 500 companies. Do reach out to us. We'd be happy to help if we can. And please do leave a like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.